Hello everyone, I am Jamaica Lerio and today I'll be discussing Constructivism Approach in teaching. So what is Constructivism? So Constructivism says that people construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world through experiencing things and reflecting on those experiences. So based on the belief that learning occurs as learners are actively involved in a process of meaning and knowledge construction rather than passively receiving information. So, according to Brother R.J. and Jones 2002, constructivism can be defined as the idea that development of understanding that requires the learner to actively engage in meaning making. So, the proponent of the constructivism approach in teaching is Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget explains that we accumulate the new information to our old way of thinking by restricting our present knowledge to a higher level of thinking. So I have here 5 activities in constructivist in the classroom. So the first one is the films. Films provide visual context and thus bring another sense into the learning experiences. The second one is the class discussion. So class discussion is one of the most important distinction of constructivist teaching methods. So the third one is the field trips. So field trips allow students to put the concepts and ideas that discussed in the class in a real-world context. So the fourth one is the research projects. Students research a topic that can present their finding to the class. And the last one is the experimentation. Students research a topic and can present their finding to the class. It's like the research projects also. So in a constructivism approach in teaching, the teachers have a role too. So in the constructivism classroom, the teacher role is to prompt and facilitate discussion. The teacher's main focus should be on guiding students by asking questions. It will lead them to develop their own conclusion on the subject. So the constructivism has 3 major rules for facilitators to support students in constructivism learning environment. So these are the modeling, coaching, and scaffolding. So scaffolding is a more systemic approach to supporting the learners, like focusing on the task, the environment, and the teachers and the learners too. Coaching is a naturally and necessarily involves responses that are situated in the learner's task performance. The last one is the modeling. So the modeling is the most commonly used instructional strategies. So there are 2 types of modeling, the behavioral modeling and the cognitive modeling. So I have 5 assessment tasks or assessment methods in constructivism approach in teaching. So the first one is the oral discussion. So what is oral discussion? So oral discussion allows students to learn and share in a variety of ideas while exploring and examining what they have learned in the class. Oral discussion is much more than the teacher asking a what question to the students and also having the students answer in a specific way. The idea is that student will be able to resume. Second one is the mind mapping. So what is mind mapping? So mind mapping is a strategy that helps students study and professor teach course material. A mind map is a diagram that is used to visually outline information. One of the most common types of mind map is a large brainstorming web where a central word or ideas branches out into related subjects. Third one is the hands-on activity. So a hands-on activity is an instructional technique that allows participants by doing it or the learn by doing it. During a hands-on activity, the participants are directly involved in their learning. Participants get direct practical experience as they apply their learning and learn from their failures. Fourth one is the KWL chart. So what is KWL chart? So it is a graphic organizer which three columns that is used during the beginning, middle, and the ending of the lesson. The KWL stands for what students know, what students want to learn, and what students learn from the lesson. The last one is the pre-testing. So pre-testing are non-graded assessment tool used to determine pre-existing subject knowledge. It's typically pre-tests that are administered prior to a course to determine knowledge baseline. But here they are used to test students prior to topical material coverage throughout the course. So there are also benefits of constructivism in teaching. So these are the children learn more and enjoy learning. It also promotes divergent thinking. Education works best when it concentrates on thinking and understanding rather than a route of memorization. It also boosts the confidence of the learners. Constructivism concentrates on how they think. It also promotes a collaborative learning. Constructivism gives students ownership of what they learn since learning is based on the students. It also engaging the creative instincts that develop students' abilities to express knowledge through a variety of way. So constructivism is promoting social and communication skills by creating a classroom environment that emphasizes. Okay, so that's the last or the end of our discussion about the constructivism approach in teaching.